The Indiana Fever just achieved something that seemed impossible. They absolutely demolished the Chicago Sky 92-70 with only 9 available players on their roster. Let that sink in. 9 players. Most teams struggle to win games with a full healthy roster, but the Fever just embarrassed the Sky while missing half their team. But that's not even the most incredible part. After this historic understaffed victory, Kelsey Mitchell broke down in tears talking about Caitlin Clark, and what she said will give you chills.
Oh, we gotta laugh to keep from crying. Losing Sid was big. Losing Eric McDonough was big. And not having CC is even bigger. So those 3 not being here, we gotta take every joy that we can.
Caitlin Clark didn't need to score a single point to steal the show. Injured and sitting on the bench, she still became the loudest voice in the arena. And what she did next had everyone talking. But here's the shocking twist. While playing shorthanded and paying tribute to their fallen stars, Mitchell and Lexi Hull just broke 2 franchise records that nobody saw coming. So what were those records that sent shockwaves through the league? Here's a hint. One involves 637 points and WNBA history, the other involves 100 career milestones in just 122 games. If you support the Fever, then smash that like button and comment 9-player magic. Let's go!
Good job, good
Everyone expected the Fever to crumble with only 9 available players, but something extraordinary happened instead. Picture this scene on August 9th. Caitlin Clark sits on the bench for her 10th straight game with that groin injury that's kept her out since July 15th. No timetable for her return. Sydney Colson, done for the season with a torn AC. Ari McDonald, also finished with a broken foot. The roster so decimated that only 9 players could even suit up for this game. Meanwhile, the pathetic Chicago Sky roll into Gainbridge Fieldhouse at 8-23, thinking they finally caught a break facing an undermanned opponent. They thought this was their chance to steal an easy win. They were dead wrong.
A lot of people that want to tear us apart, that try to tear us apart. I've said it all year, no matter what the wins and losses have been, we're committed to not breaking.
The opening tip revealed everything about heart versus talent. The Fever came out like warriors defending their home turf, while Chicago looked like exactly what they are, a bottom feeder franchise that can't even capitalize on their opponent's worst injury crisis. With only 9 players available, Kelsey Mitchell grabbed control immediately, understanding that there was no room for error, no margin for mistakes.
Mitchell, hesitation in the paint, the floater off the window. Mitchell trying to attack Allen, step back tray, Mitchell buries it. The fact that Indiana just 5 turnovers with no true point guard, Mitchell pipes in another triple.
Mitchell finished with 26 points and a season-high 8 assists. With those 26 points, Mitchell became the WNBA's leading scorer for the entire 2025 season with 637 total points. Think about the significance of that moment. With her team decimated by injuries, with only 9 players dressed, Mitchell still found a way to climb to the top of the entire league in scoring. She now leads legends like Aja Wilson, Brianna Stewart, and Alyssa Thomas, and she did it while carrying a team that was literally running on fumes.
I think this is the most resilient team I've ever been a part of, and I say that wholeheartedly.
But here's where this story gets even more beautiful. Even while injured, Caitlin Clark was still the heart and soul of this team. With the Fever dominating late in the 4th quarter, up by 20 points with 3.5 minutes left, something hilarious happened. Coach Stephanie White called a timeout just as Damiris Dantas was about to take an open 3-pointer. The entire team playfully booed their own coach, and leading the charge, Caitlin Clark herself, mockingly booing White from the bench with that infectious smile that's captivated the entire league.
Felt like they got robbed. Caitlin Clark booing the timeout call.
In that moment, you could see everything about this team's chemistry. Even in the middle of a blowout victory, even while sidelined with injury, Clark was bringing joy and energy to her teammates.
We've had a lot of mishap happen throughout the course of the season, I think.
But when reporters asked Mitchell about leading this 9-player roster through the impossible, that's when the emotions overflowed.
Throughout the course of it all, we stay resilient, and you guys get to see us at our best when we stay together and be resilient. So
the fact that Mitchell delivered this performance with only 8 available teammates shows you everything about this Fever culture. No excuses, no surrender. Just pure, unfiltered determination to honor their injured stars and prove that heart beats talent every single time.
Yeah, I'm proud of her. She is her own worst critic. She's a perfectionist.
Speaking of embarrassing, let's talk about Chicago's pathetic showing against a 9-player roster. Camila Cardozo managed just 6 points on 3 of 8 shooting against an undermanned opponent. Rachel Banham led their team with a measly 11 points. This is a franchise so lost that they couldn't even exploit a massive personnel advantage. They came into Indianapolis thinking they'd finally caught a break, facing an injured, depleted Fever team, and got absolutely demolished instead.
That reset timeout used to sub out Kelsey Mitchell, who finishes with 26. One more three. It's been that kind of night for the Fever.
But back to the heroes of this impossible story. Lexi Hull stepped into the starting lineup knowing that with only 9 players available, there was no room for hesitation. She scored a season-high 17 points and knocked down 4 3-pointers like her season depended on it. Because it did.
Off the bench.
Cunningham draws the defense. Hull rolls in the corner 3.
Dangerous, no matter the roster.
Oh, Lexi Hull. Heat checking her napalm era right now.
With such a short roster, every player had to be perfect, and Hull delivered perfection when her team needed it most. And here's the milestone that Hull achieved while carrying this undermanned squad. With her second steal of the night at 1:01 in the second quarter, she earned her 100th career steal in just her 122nd game. Another franchise moment in a night full of them. Another reminder that champions rise to the occasion regardless of the circumstances.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to see the ball go through the net. But I think, every game, regardless, you're making shots, you're not, it feels really, really good to have your teammates behind you.
When the final buzzer sounded on this 22-point massacre, the impossible had become reality. 9 players had just destroyed a full-strength opponent. 9 players had just proven that heart, chemistry, and determination matter more than roster size. The Indiana Fever didn't just survive with 9 available players, they thrived because they refused to use it as an excuse. Kelsey Mitchell's tearful tribute to Clark after leading this undermanned squad to victory shows you what true leadership looks like. With Clark cheering from the sideline, playfully booing timeouts, and bringing that contagious energy even while injured, this Fever team proved they're built differently. They're not just surviving adversity, they're using it as fuel to reach heights nobody thought possible. The message was sent loud and clear. While teams like Chicago can't even beat a 9-player roster, the Indiana Fever are proving that champions aren't defined by who's available. They're defined by who steps up when everything's on the line.